Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing my June favourites. At first I wasn't going to do this video even though I've been doing favourites videos all year so far, so I wanted to keep it up throughout the rest of the year. I kind of felt like I didn't really have much to talk about in this video. Once I looked at my list that I already had and remembered a few more things that I needed to add to it, it actually came out to quite a big list, so I decided to film it. I'm kind of in a rush filming this because I'm filming it on the day it goes up and I'm going out in a few hours, so I need to try and film, edit and upload this before then. Don't know if that's going to happen, but let's try it. So I'm going to get on with it. First is a product that I've had for probably like a year now. I didn't really like it when I first got it that much. Well, I did, but I didn't love it and I didn't really end up using it very much at all, so it was a bit like annoying because I spent quite a lot of money on it. But recently I ran out of my Nivea post shave balm, which I usually use as primer, so I ended up using this because the woman who I spoke to said that this was good to use as a primer, and it is the Estee Edit by Estee Lauder Flash Illuminator, and it is in the shade Spotlight, which is the lightest one they do, and it's just this basically cream slash liquid highlighter. And at first when I put it like over my makeup, it kind of like made my makeup move, do you know what I mean? Like it didn't settle well with the makeup I already had on my face. I've decided to start getting my use out of it and try using it as a primer, and I actually really love it as a primer. It's a really good base to have because it's quite tacky, which is good for when you want your makeup to stick to it. And it just makes my skin look really glowy. I don't know if you can really see or not, or if it looks like it's made a difference to usual, but I've noticed a difference and I think it looks really nice and it feels nice to apply. I actually apply it with this Makeup Revolution brush. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like this. It's kind of like a foundation brush, but I use it for my primer, and I've really been loving this, surprisingly, because I really didn't like it at first and I didn't use it a lot, and it was like £20 or £22, so I was kind of annoyed that I couldn't use it. If you live in England, you'll obviously know that recently we had some really hot weather for about a week, was it? Or at least a few days. It's not so nice anymore, but while it was really hot, there were some days where I wanted to wear makeup, but it was just all like way too like dewy and not good. And I found this sample of Rimmel Stay Matte foundation, which I've had for a while and never used because I've always just thought it's not going to work for me. I have quite dry skin, but my skin has been better recently, and obviously when it's been warmer my skin's been a lot more oily, or I guess just sweaty, I don't know. But I tried this out and I absolutely loved it. It looked so nice on my skin. It really did stay matte all day. Like I don't think I used any powder. I can't remember. If I did, I used a tiny amount, and it literally lasted all day. It looked completely flawless. So good. So I'm going to use the rest of this sample. I don't know how it's going to work when it's a bit colder, or if my skin's a bit more dry. It might not work for me, but definitely for summer I'm going to use this, and when I run out I'm probably going to buy the full size because I really liked the way it looked. But I think I need to test it in other weather conditions and other skin conditions. Basically test it when my skin's a bit drier as well. But yeah, I really loved it. It actually looked really good, so I was very impressed by that. Next is a nail varnish, and I used to bite my nails all the time when I was younger. But over the last few years I've been painting them and stuff, and I've sort of started to grow out of the habit, luckily, because it's a gross, annoying habit. But nail varnish never seems to last on me very well at all. I'm lucky if a nail varnish lasts on me longer than 24 hours, to be honest. It just never seems to work out. But this one, I've worn it a few times, and it always just seems to last longer than any of my other nail varnishes. And it is the Barry M Lolly Gloss nail paint. This was actually off my sister for Christmas or something, or maybe my birthday. I can't remember. I think it was for Christmas last year. And it is this one. It is in the shade Cherry Drop, and it is this like glossy red colour, and this actually lasted for like a few days. I mean, for me it was very impressive that it lasted that long, because usually my nail varnish doesn't last at all, so it was kind of a miracle that this lasted, and I was very impressed with it. Next I'm going to go on to a few music favourites, two of them being Disney related, of course. One of them is actually Happily Ever After, which is the new fireworks show at Disney World, and the song Happily Ever After is like my new fave thing ever. Okay, not favourite thing ever, but I do absolutely love it.
Oh, you're videoing today, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I'm not coming in. You're not doing it now, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Do you want to come and say hi?
Who am I saying hi to?
The viewers.
Have you got time to make me a sandwich?
No.
Make your dear old dad a sandwich.
I'll do it when I'm done.
How long's that going to be?
Not that long.
An hour? 3 hours? 10 minutes?
No, it's not going to be 3 hours. I know I ramble a lot, but not that much.
I'll do my subs.
Can you do me one?
No.
Please?
No.
I'll do you one afterwards.
You'll do me one afterwards. So
After I finish this. Are you going to go now so I can carry on? Sorry about that brief interruption. This is the Happily Ever After song I was on about. I won't play loads because, again, copyright and stuff. I need to be careful with that because I end up playing too much of a song.
Ready to begin, let the wonder take hold. The story comes alive when we
Yeah, I don't really want to play anymore because I'm worried about copyright and stuff, but if you want to listen to it, go and find it. It's so good. I love it. And speaking of Disney songs, there is also another song I've been loving, which is actually apparently played at the end of the Disneyland Forever fireworks show, which is Disneyland California. And this is sort of like, I think the song is played in the show, but then there's like a ballady kind of version that's played at the end as people are leaving. And I accidentally stumbled across this because it came up on autoplay after I listened to this song, so I accidentally found this and it's one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my life and just gives me all the feels. I absolutely love it.
step into the magic, watch the stories come to life, turn on your light, come on and live magic.
Ooh. I don't know why, but whenever I listen to that now, it just makes me feel really emotional. I don't know why, I don't know what it is about that song. I think it's just so nice, and it's Disney, of course. I'm gonna cry, aren't I? I cry at everything Disney related, so. Next is actually a song by Noah Cyrus, and it's Stay Together. I think it's mainly the chorus of this song that I really love. I mean, I like all of it, but it was the chorus that I mainly listened to and thought, oh, this is, I don't know, it was just one of those songs that made me feel good. You know those really random songs that you'd listen to and you think, like, it puts you in a really good mood? It was just one of those. I don't know why, but I'll play you a little bit of it. Kind of random, but I really like that song and I've kind of been listening to it on repeat most of this month. Next is the song On My Mind by The Disciples, is it? Let me just check. Yeah, Disciples, On My Mind. Again, another one, I just think it's really cool. So I'm gonna play you a bit. I sometimes find it hard to explain why I like a song because I guess sometimes you just like a song because you like it. So yeah, that's another random song favourite. The next one is actually one that my friend Mia introduced me to. I don't know if you'll be watching this, but hello, if you are. And this is called Lost in the Waves, and I think it's from a musical. I've never heard of it before. She mentioned that she did it for an audition once and showed me the song, and oh my god, since then I've listened to it so much. I instantly fell in love. It is such a beautiful song. The guy who's singing it is amazing and just the song is a really nice song. It's from Out of Our Heads. Is that what the musical's called? I think so. I don't know.
Lost in the waves, I am lost in the waves. No one but me and the silent black sea. I am lost in the waves.
But yeah, that's a song I definitely recommend going and listening to because it's just so good. It's just amazing. I love it. Final song favourite is one that I actually discovered from the Disney World advert, or the Visit Orlando advert, I think. Typical, isn't it? I know. But I remember really liking the song, so I looked it up to see what the song was actually called, and I found it, and since then I've listened to it a lot. And I actually used it as the intro to my first video on my Disney YouTube channel. Again, go and check that out if you want, Esme Ever After. Cheeky little promo there. But anyway, yeah, I really liked the song that was in the advert, and since then I've been listening to it a lot. The song is When We Were Young by The Wild Wild. It's the beginning bit, I remember it off the advert, and it gives me all the tingles when they're in Disney World. Oh, listen to it. Oh. Again, it's another feel-good song, puts me in a really good mood. I just love it. Reminds me of Disney. Love it. Okay, so we're done with the song favourites. I always seem to have so many song favourites every month. The next few things are actually things that I've done this month or been to see, if that makes sense, like shows and stuff like that. The first one is actually when I went to see Robbie Williams. That was right at the beginning of the month. I went to see him at his tour in Manchester at the Etihad Stadium. Etihad, is that how you say it? I went to see him there and he was absolutely incredible. He did this massive tribute to the Manchester attacks. He did a little tribute to George Michael as well. It was just so good, and just the passion that he had the whole time, like you could see how much he loved what he does, and he got so emotional talking and singing about those affected in the Manchester attacks, and it was just so sweet, and just in general he just put on an amazing show, and I would 100% go and see him again. I really want to go see him again actually. I've never been to see him before, that was the first time, and I wanted to go see Take That as well. Obviously he's not part of Take That anymore, but I didn't get tickets for that. But getting tickets for Robbie kind of made up for it, just because I guess he was part of it at one stage, and just because, I don't know, he was just amazing, and he sang a couple of Take That songs, so that got me, but it was amazing. One of the best concerts I've ever been to, just so good. The following week, on the Thursday, I went to go and watch the Addams Family musical with some of my friends. I went with Liv and Franny and Luke, and we all went to go and watch it, and I've never really been like super intrigued by the Addams Family musical because I've never seen the film, or I've never seen the TV series that they did. It's never just appealed to me. I think it's just not really my thing, I guess. Well, I didn't think it was anyway. Franny actually messaged me and asked if we could go, especially because Carrie Hope Fletcher was playing Wednesday, so that kind of sold it to me because I absolutely love Carrie Hope Fletcher. She's amazing. So we all decided to go, and it was quite a last minute decision, which was a great decision. I love little spontaneous trips like that, but it was quite last minute. It was only like a few days before that we actually booked the tickets, I think. But we went to watch it, and honestly it was absolutely incredible. Every single person in it just blew me away. It was hilarious, it was amazing. I just loved every second of it. It was just brilliant. I definitely recommend going to see it, even if you don't think it's your kind of thing. Just go and see it, because I thought the same and I absolutely fell in love with it. So definitely go and watch it if you get the chance. We also got the chance to meet a few of the cast, so I'll insert some pictures here, and that was amazing. We went and stood by the stage door at the end, so we could say hi to a few of the cast members that came out, and we got some photos, which was really great, and it was just honestly an amazing night, and I would just love to go see it again. It was so good. Next is another show that I went to see this month, and this actually involved two people that I am very close with, and that is Helen and Graham Tudor, who are my teachers at Tread, which I've spoken about so many times before, and they were actually involved in a show in Liverpool. They did the last 5 years. They were the only two in the whole show, as well as the band who played the music obviously, but it was just those two, and I've never seen the last 5 years in general before. I didn't really know what the story was about, so it was nice to see it for the first time and see those two get to perform it. It was just amazing. They were both absolutely incredible, like, just blew me away. They always do. They're just so talented, and it made me very proud to know them and to get to work alongside them, and It was just amazing. They were just so good. And I got to go with Luke and Mia and Lewis, some of my other friends, and it was just a really good day out, and then the show in the evening just topped it all off because it was brilliant. And finally onto the photo favourite of the month, although I've included a few photos from this month anyway, from the last few things I talked about, just because they were amazing things that I did this month and I couldn't not include photos. The last one I'm going to include as a photo of the month is just something that I haven't spoken about yet and is definitely a favourite of the month, and this is the photo. This is from my end of year college show. You probably know if you watch my videos, or if you know me, I have been studying at college for a couple of years doing a HND course, which is like the university level course, and as you're watching this, it was the Tuesday that's just gone, so like a few days ago, we performed in our last ever college show. And obviously for me, because it was my second year, it was my final year and my last ever show with everyone and at college. I've cried a lot this week because I did not want to leave, and it's very sad. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'll probably cry. I've still not quite got over it yet, and it hasn't actually hit me that I'm leaving. But we did our end of year show, which was an 80s musical called Come to Life, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. I got to perform songs that I've never really performed before, or I was really stepping out of my comfort zone and singing songs that I didn't think I could sing. So I was quite impressed with myself. I feel like I've come a long way since the start. I got to perform alongside some of my best friends, and it's a shame that I'm having to say goodbye to people. Hopefully I'll still see them often, because I don't ever want to lose contact, because I've met some amazing people, and I just feel very lucky for these last couple of years. Even though they've gone so fast, it's just been amazing, and I honestly wish I could do it all over again, because I really don't want to leave. It's been amazing, and I've made some amazing memories and some incredible friends, and it's something I'll never forget. And this show was the perfect way to end it all, because it was just amazing. It was just so good. I just had the best time. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking now and end this video, because I've been talking quite a lot and obviously I don't have much time to get this up for you guys, and I want you to have a video today because I missed the Friday upload last week, although I did upload a video on Sunday to make up for it. So if you haven't seen that, go and check it out. It's a 50 questions I've never answered, so if you want to listen to my answers to those, then go and check that out. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, comment down below some of your favourites of the month, or if you agreed with any of the favourites I spoke about, or any video suggestions. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!